Hello YouTube peers, this is GreenRay, otherwise known as SpyRay or SpyAndrEw. So today I just wanted to do a quick little video where I showed off something really interesting. So one thing I've been doing is I've been trying to make a YouTube video game reviews, but sometimes I just don't really feel like making a whole YouTube video for some games that I'm reviewing, and so I just don't. But there's a way you guys can get access to those reviews. Now I want to say I've been doing things like using Google Documents to make some of these reviews sometimes, right? Which isn't really, I don't know how I want to say it. It doesn't feel very user-friendly to me to use this service, but I found a super user-friendly website, as we could see here. And I will show you who told me about this. So this was from a Twitch channel, Dr. Leandra. I don't actually even follow her, but she's a popular streamer. And she was talking about games that she wants to play. She has a list of it, and she was using this website as her link in her chat. Well, but except for SpyRay, it was like that, right? Or something. So, yeah. So this is on her list of games to play, and she's only playing 2 different games right now, Mass Effect 2 and Final Fantasy 5. Of course, I have more than 4 games being played right now, so I mean, it looks like she's only got 39 registered as being played on this website. She's quite possibly played more than this, but just haven't, bothered to mark them down. But whatever the case, she's got a whole bunch that she wants to play, so 35. So that's pretty interesting. As we see here, Lightning Returns is on this list, which is a pretty fun game. Professor Musashi's on there. Lufia 2's on there, so she hasn't played either of those yet. I thought she had Sacramenteer on this list, but I guess not. That's interesting. And maybe I've told her about it. Maybe she just said that she thought about adding it, or I don't know. Or maybe she just hasn't. Maybe she has more than one list, and this is just her maybe a more official list or something like that. I'm not sure, but whatever the case, I do think this is a wonderful website, and it is. At least she has this part up to date. I'm not sure if these and those are up to date, but this is obviously what she's playing right now, and I just saw her playing this the other day, so seems pretty accurate at the moment. Anyway, point is I'm able to use this website as well. I wonder what background I should be using. Right now I'm using a Wise Origin background on my page. We have some links, to Twitch and Twitter, YouTube, Steam. She only has the link to Twitch, which is interesting. Anyway, so as we can see here, we've got a bunch of games on Want to Play. So we've got 24 games here, and we have 15 that I'm currently playing because I'm basically a variety streamer. So there's a lot of games I'm kind of in the middle of playing. Maybe I have a lesser need for closure than the average gamer, or desire, I guess I should say. Anyways, point is, the entire reason I'm making this video is to show you guys mostly the played games, is the whole talk about the reviews for games. What I've been doing is I've been linking reviews in my played section, right? So, for example, Final Fantasy 5, which she, Dr. Leandra is playing right now. If you click on this, Final Fantasy 5, then there's my Steam review. So we found 4 people found it funny, 1 person found it helpful. We talk about the game, don't recommend it. Then you scroll all the way down to the end, you see the bottom line. Exploration, 1 out of 5. Story, 4 out of 5. Progression, 2 out of 5. Art, 2 out of 5. Battle, 2 out of 5. So, if story is very important to you, you might still decide to go ahead and play this game anyways, even though I'm not recommending it, because it gets a relatively high rating in story. But if you compare it with a game like Bravely Default 2, that gets much better ratings, kind of pretty much all across the board. Even the story is better, so that would be an alternative recommendation for people to use. And so so if you're curious about a game that I've played, you can click on the review, and even if it scores badly, like, oh, it only got 2 out of 5 stars, you could still find some information that might be of help to you by reading through this, and whether or not you've played it, you might be able to get some good information, basically. So if you haven't played it, then you can see my explanations for why I didn't like it, and so on and so forth. This one, because I didn't finish it, I didn't post a review, but I did give up on it, so I felt like it's worth adding it to the playlist. So, and then this one, of course, I did finish, and we made a YouTube video review. So on this one, because I liked the game so much, I felt like it deserved a YouTube video review, right? So I made one, and we posted it here. This one here, so I have not updated it after adding it to Played. I should do that at some point. I need to add a link. So not everything's always going to be up to date, but recently I did post this review, I guess, just inside the website here. Basically not really saying a whole lot about it. There's not a whole lot to talk about it. It has 4 boss battles, and it has 101 short levels, and you get to play as a bard. I do talk about it more on someone's Discord server. What I might end up doing here is just add like a link to like a quick little copy and paste of what I typed there or something like that. I don't know. While using Pastebin. Speaking of Pastebin, I did that for Alliance Alive, right? So this was another game that I finished recently, and so we got the rank 1 ratings of gameplay, story, visuals, and soundtrack, which is not really all that important to me. If you scroll down to the bottom here, these are the 5 main categories that I rate RPGs on. So we got a 4, 3, 4, 3, 5, which is pretty okay. Definitely better than Final Fantasy V, right? But not as good as Bravely Default 2, but still, 5 out of 5, even just once, is pretty nice to see. Anyways, and so yeah, you can read through the whole review, we could see things like saying, I beat the game with a ranger, 2 dragoons, a staff wielder, and a guy with a shield and a sword. So those were the 5 characters that I used. Anyways, yeah, so I said the way you can customize your characters is really cool, and the stats system took a bit of getting used to. I was surprised to find out how many different stats affected different stuff, and there were levels of mastery to every ability that will increase its power to go beyond just looking at the character's base stats. So that's very interesting. There's a formation bonus that adds another layer of complexity to the mastery system. Honestly, the amount of effort that went into the battle system for this game is admirable and exemplary. So, I had a lot of interesting things to say about the game, and I'm trying not to, reveal too much information as I review it, so I don't want to spoil things for players. The story is, not greatest score, obviously. It's just a 3 out of 5. I think it's sufficient. So if you're, an RPG player that really values the story a lot, maybe you're not really going to be able to appreciate the complexity of the battle system, so maybe you want to stay away because it only got a 3 out of 5 for story. But so you get the relevant information that you need to make your decision on whether or not you'd want to play a game. That's what I'm trying to provide for people, trying to provide unbiased reviews, because I noticed that there's way too much bias in gaming reviews nowadays. So I'm trying to establish this for people, so I feel like just a few words like here is not good enough, but on this particular game it's not that great anyway, so it hasn't been a high priority. But since I really liked this game a lot, I made sure that we had a very good review. But at the same time, it's my channel is so low viewer participation, across the web. Very few people ever drop by and see how I'm doing and see what's going on with me. So all of this stuff is going to get very low, hit rate. among browsers on the internet, right? So I feel like it might not necessarily be worth it for me to make a YouTube video on something like this, but I might eventually do it anyways. I still have like a bunch of screenshots that I could take a look at and shove them into a YouTube video or something. Who knows what I'll decide to do, but I didn't delete a whole bunch of screenshots that I have for this game on Switch yet, so I might do a video and then delete them afterwards after I get all that stuff uploaded. But anyway, another thing I might start doing is might be pivoting away from sharing stuff on Twitter, because if you take a look at, like, for example, go to my profile and you go to media, right? Then we can get, like, see, I'm sharing like screenshots and like videos and stuff. We have like some videos of me doing like Magic Hat battles, and there's just a wide variety of games. There's Levelhead. I don't know what these blank things are. These might actually be from Switch. That's interesting. So this might be retroactive banishment of content or something, or whatever you want to call it. Interesting. So like the screenshots, well, I don't know. There's some of the stuff is available, but I don't know why some of these aren't, right? Like they're blank spaces. But I remember uploading a lot of Magic Hat stuff, and I'm seeing a lot of it being missing essentially here. So my supposition is a lot of this Magic Hat content got removed, which is weird. I'm not sure why that would have happened, but anyways, it may have had something to do with them disallowing you to upload stuff from your Switch onto Twitter now. You cannot do that anymore, but they still left a lot of the stuff up, you know, like the Bravely Default 2 screenshot that you see here, and this one here, and that one, and, you know, all these Mario Maker stuff that's obviously from the Switch, like this, for example. It's a screenshot of like the comment section in Mario Maker 2, and so on and so forth. So I find it interesting that the older Magic Hat ones, a lot of them were removed. That's kind of weird. Anyway, point is since they're sort of like rolling back support for Switch, or I mean, like we I don't know if that's the right phrase, but like, you know, we can't show our Switch gameplay on Twitter as much anymore. I'm moving. It's important for me to like just move some like media sharing to other sites. And so one site that I've started to do a little bit of movement with is Facebook, right? So if you look at my main page, I'm not really always talking about gaming, but I did like a couple weeks ago or whenever it was, I posted on my profile here, you know, using Nintendo Switch Share, right? Because it's no longer available on Twitter. I posted it here to Facebook. So I'm not doing this very often. But I might start doing it more often or something, or I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. But in the meantime, while I try to figure out how I want to like share pictures and stuff with people, we can go here and technically we can see some pictures, I think, through here, right? I'm not sure how I would upload them, but if we go back to my main profile, then we can add moments, right? So that might be pictures, and yeah, and then we could figure out what game it gets added to or whatever. That's interesting. You can add people that you're watching. That's kind of cool. So I'm actually curious now. This is say it's Cosmic Star Hero, and if we go to played games and you scroll down to Cosmic Star Hero, and does that picture show up as like 1 instead of just a big fat 0? It might. Okay, it does. All right. So that's how you upload pictures. Is you upload them as moments then. Although you might be able to put videos there too. I haven't tried that yet. I did upload some accomplishments, or we'll link to them at least anyways, and they even allowed you to link to YouTube in here, so that was kind of cool. So we have like 3 YouTube links. This one's a playlist link, and that still worked pretty good. And these are just standalone videos right here. And then this, I only just typed the maker code. I probably could have put a link to like a picture showing me in top 400, which I might still have a screenshot of that. I'm gonna have to go take a look and see if I've got that around somewhere. I might even still have it on my Twitter, who knows. But anyways, I don't know if I would have shared something like that on Twitter or not. I probably would have, but who knows if it's actually still there. It might have gotten deleted with a lot of those Magicat shares. Anyway, point is, Twitter isn't what it used to be, or X as it's now called, and so I have to make some changes. And anyways, so you guys can kind of think of this as another change that you guys could potentially get used to is going to rank1.global / the username, which in this case it's SpyAndrewRay. Anyways, I think I might have a link to this website on my Twitch profile. Let's take a look. So if we click on About here, it might do something like that. Okay, we have a games listing. This, yeah. So the games listing takes us to the rank1.global profile. So that's there. We also have a Twitter profile. Well, now it's called X, but whatever. There's also a Discord server invite. There's my Steam profile. So here you can get access to likes and reviews as well. See, right? I have 46 reviews up on Steam right now. So you could click on that and read up about those. As you can see, I ended up recommending Wise Origin. I didn't say much about it though. Probably should develop that more. I typed a lot more about Cosmic Star Heroine though. Definitely enjoyed that one a lot. Had ratings for it and everything. This game I didn't finish. Didn't finish that one either. This one is kind of a weird demo because this is this is actually a demo rather than the full game. So but I went ahead and sort of kind of reviewed the full game. I should probably make a more professional review of the full game or something at some point. Maybe I'll put it in a paste bin and then link it on this website. But for now, this is kind of what we've got for Evergate. So I need to get on that and make a better review for it. I might even make a YouTube video for it. Who knows? And so yeah, and as you can see, there's like pages of this stuff. Let me see, we can get all the way to page 5. We have like the earliest reviews that I've made. The first review I made was actually of Final Fantasy 13. That was really old to the hype train, so I don't think anybody's even read this, perhaps. But you guys could read it if you want, if you scroll through all the way to the back. Anyway, and so point is, I'm updating this site a lot and just use it as my main way of communicating to you guys about the games that I've been playing. And of course, if you want live information, you could definitely check out my Twitch, right? But my point is that I think this is very user-friendly for me. It's a very convenient site to use, and it allows a lot of stuff. Like, it allows me to like share links and stuff, which is great. So and it even allows me to upload pictures and stuff, as you could see with me uploading like a screenshot from Cosmic Star Heroine. That was actually more of kind of like an achievement picture than an actual like moment in the game, if that makes sense. So it was kind of like not really the best way to use this, I guess. But I ended up categorizing it as a Cosmic Star Heroine game moment, right? Because that was like the game that I recently 100%ed, and then I just have a screenshot of other games that I 100%ed on Steam as well. So there's kind of grouped in there all together. Anyways, interestingly enough, it kind of looks like the accomplishments page only goes up to 4 accomplishments. I can't add an additional accomplishment, which is interesting. So I might end up removing some of these at some point. Like, this one's not really that big of a deal, I guess. I mean, it was obviously a hard challenge, but and the link to the description does specify that, you know, I did not have the final folios unlocked for every character, which would have given me more combat power, which would have made this final challenge a little bit easier. But anyways, it was a little too hard for me to unlock it, so I didn't use it. Anyways, but yeah, so you would have to participate in mini games and get good at the mini games in order to unlock it. Essentially, is why. And so I didn't really care for the mini games that much. But I did enjoy the effort that they made it, that they put into the game. Blah blah blah. Anyway, point is, I'm pretty proud of all of these things, and I would like to mark in some more stuff too, but as you can see, there's no plus sign. There was like a plus sign when we only had 3 of these, and so I clicked on it, and then it allowed me to put in this 4th one here. But yeah. Anyway, so as I said, I'm gonna make it my goal to somehow trim down my playing list to only like maybe 4 games or so, because there's too many games on here, right? That way you guys don't necessarily have to click on show more. Like if it's like between, like if it's like 8 or less, like I'm okay with that. But 15, it feels like it's too many, right? So I want to finish this game soon and wrap up this game as well, and then I would like to. I'm not sure. Well, this is practically already here. The only reason this isn't here yet is because I ran out of space on my Nintendo Switch storage, the memory card or whatever it's called. So the SD card, and I'm trying to reinstall the old version of this game, if that makes sense, because I'm trying to compare it so I can finalize my reviews on this game. That's basically what I'm, because I don't remember everything, and so I need to like jump into the game and take a look around, but I can't do that while I have other games installed that haven't been uninstalled yet. So, and I don't want to like uninstall and then reinstall them just to play them again. So I'm waiting to finalize the reviews on this game. But as you can see, I did, they don't barely say anything here, but I do have some stuff that I already typed up in any case on someone's Discord. Anyways, as for other games I could theoretically wrap up relatively quickly, I'm not sure. This one seems like it's not that long of a game. It's just a matter of me getting in the mood to play in it. I could just decide to drop this game, and this might be what I'll do, and so I might just forget about playing this game entirely and just add it to the playlist. I might do the same thing for this one as well. In fact, I might even do it for this one if I feel like it, but I don't know. Actually, maybe maybe I will. I'm leaning towards it. It's not that interesting. I am curious where the story's going though, so I might play it out just out of pure curiosity, but I'm not really sure if I care that much. This game's pretty fun, so I'm probably going to see to it through to the end. It's going to depend on whether or not it gets much harder, but it's probably not going to do that. So this game has gotten very difficult, so this might stay on the list for a while. The only reason this game's on this list still is because I don't know, I just like it too much, and I just have been taking my sweet time about getting around to playing it, kind of like this one. So it's just kind of like one of those games, it's like, it's underappreciated, and it makes it awkward for me to try to play through it, because every time I stream it, I think, wow, it's unfortunate that we have like nobody watching me play this, because it's such a good game. Alright, like that's just kind of like the thoughts that go through my head when I play games like that. Anyway, kind of the same deal with Shovel Knight, I guess, except that game is a little bit more intense. I don't know why this is still here. I haven't touched this game since like the day I started playing it. I actually enjoyed it a lot, but I just want to avoid like I'm getting addicted to card games in general or whatever, so I haven't been playing it. In fact, Faria should probably be on here. Faria is probably in played, but I'm playing that regularly, and I'm not playing that regularly, which is pretty funny. Let's double check that real quick here. Let's see, is Faria even in here? Yeah, it's right there. So you have a link to my Steam review there. So this game, technically it was free to play at the time, so that's why I marked it as I received it for free. It's not because I was I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, yeah, so this is a pretty long review, blah blah blah. It is a old review too, so it doesn't necessarily follow a lot of whatever I'm trying to say, like a lot of the standards that I've decided to come up with. And ever since 2019 or so, I've like had more experience in giving feedback about video games, right? And this is like 2 years before that time when I uploaded this, right? I just updated it like the day afterwards because I needed to. It's not even an update, it's just an edit because I just wanted to fix something. Anyway, point is, I discovered this game a long time ago and I still play it regularly. And so, like, realistically, because I am a variety gamer, I could theoretically have like 50 games in here or something like that, you know. But I've been putting a lot here in the played anyways, just so that way this list isn't like enormous, right? And so I do need to figure out a way to make it smaller, I feel like, because people don't want to see this list being too big, especially if I'm not even regularly streaming a lot of this stuff. So anyway, I have to figure out how I'm gonna bring it down to size. Anyways, at this point I feel like I'm just like babbling, like everything that I've just said has been completely unscripted. But the point is, this site, which you can see right here, and it's linked on my Twitch, so you don't even need to write it down really. If you go to my About section on my Twitch profile, you'll be able to just click on games listing and it'll take you right to that page. This is the page that I want you all to think about coming back to if you're curious about what I'm up to as far as what game I'm going to play next, what games I'm currently playing, and what games I have played, and what I would recommend or not recommend. And you can get information, not necessarily on my recommendations too, but just like my unbiased observations about the games too, and to help you decide whether or not you'd want to play the games. So, yeah, this is the information that you need, the update, as it were, and to find out about this site, because I think this is a great site. So thanks to Dr. Leandra for letting me know about it. I think it's a really cool site, and I hope other people will use it too. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Thanks everybody for watching.